innovation. So a lot of AI news and a lot of AI stuff is happening just now. People have came out of AI summits as well. So this is a serious thing which is happening across the globe. So we have to make sure that we upgrade ourselves. No one is going to help us. So this is kind of a situation where we are moving from land phone to mobile kind of situation where we were software engineers, we were software coders. India is heavily relying on software coding industry. India is heavily relying on BPM stuff. India is heavily relying on telecallers and BPM consulting services. So what happens with this AI is a lot of different things are changing. A lot of different things are changing. Now there's no customer care jobs. There are all AI chatbots. There is no software coding going forward. It's all about how we use AI to do all those stuff. Whether other industries change or not, one industry that is definitely going to be highest impacted is software industry. And you might have already, because everywhere when you open LinkedIn or every other place, you are already seeing everything, that everyday AI news, and everyone talks about AI. The biggest problem is who is implementing AI, who is actually doing AI. So that is the true thing which we need to understand and do. So we are the doers of AI. That is the intention of this session, to showcase what is latest and greatest happening in the space of AI, and how we can start our learning in AI. Sometimes it's not that you are going to build the core AI. So there are different levels of building core AI. So let's understand that a bit, and then we'll. So a few things is understanding the core AI and building the core AI. This is done by data scientists or the core AI people, which is like building an LLM. So building LLM is kind of an core thing, or building the other types of AI models. Are we going to do that? I am not a data scientist, and we don't have so much of hardware, software, or specialization to do this AI models. No, there is other thing is which is using AI to solve or to build solution. So here we can use APIs and we can use tools to build something. Then this is where the market is needing. I mean, for example, if you are a consulting or if you are a software engineer, we are not trying to build AI models in India, honestly. We are just trying to create the wrappers around AI models. And what we are trying to do is we are trying to build solutions using AI, or build AI powered solutions with APIs or tools. So let's see some important. By the way, if you want more information about me, you can go to shahansha.com. I have built a lot many applications. I have built a lot many um, videos. I have created a lot many videos, and you can see all the details in portfolio. And also you can play with some of the AI apps which have been developing inside organization. Outside, I have been building a lot of AI related stuff from the day when chat gpt APIs were made available. Now let's see some of the important websites, and also some of the important headlines as well. How many of you aware that with latest AI, whenever it is coming, the stock prices and everything goes down? So do you know what is the latest news? When something released, all the stocks, IT stocks went down. Anyone knows? They can unmute and say, or just type in the chat window.
Yeah, yes, I have seen that. Yes, the how
Yeah,
market has reacted to this.
what was the news?
When they came to know that Goldman Sachs, they told about their usage of AI in building. There's some internally they have built some applications. Okay, where they said some statements. They said that I exactly don't remember the complete
And
deal, but their
that's
statements actually that is what it started. That is where the market started crashing.
yeah. So a
due
lot of
to
a lot
due
of
to Anthropic.
Yes,
yeah,
yes, yes. Due to
yes,
Enterprise. Yes, yes.
right,
Yeah,
right. So
yeah.
a lot of news. Let's see what are all the launch of Claude Cowork is one thing which has actually created panic in Indian IT companies. Why a single day? If you see March 20, there were a single day falls in Indian IT and overseas IT companies because of. So what are the few things is Claude Cowork. If you remember, first shockwave went when ChatGPT came. The second shockwave came when the open source came. So open source, what is it? Claude's rivalry. Sorry, not ChatGPT, open source. And then Claude Cowork came, and then there was also another thing which is Moltbot. Now it is called Openclaw. So whenever there is something new coming up, so there is a shock in the market. So that shock in the market is actually taking the stocks and shaking the industry. Why is it happening? So, for example, let's think Accenture, Deloitte, or any other companies which do consulting or which do the digital transformation work or some kind of software solutions or some kind of advisory kind of thing. Now, all those kind of stuff can be done with Claude Cowork or Openclaw. So we know robotic process automation, we know AI, but combination of all these things is what happening right now, which is called AI agents. So this AI agents are shaping in a way that it can work on your mobile, it can work on your desktop, it can work on any platform, so that the actual work is done. For example, if you ask, can you generate a Deloitte style report to Cowork? It is instantly going to generate that kind of document with the files which you already have on your system. So and the same thing, Openclaw can take control of your laptop and do everything which you wanted to do by just saying on the WhatsApp or Telegram. You don't have to sit in front of a laptop. You can just go around, but just type what you need, and then Openclaw does it for you. So that kind of updates are shaking the market, and yes, it is the way forward. If we don't learn this, what happens is, along with the stock markets, we are also wiped out by the people who can do those things, who can use these tools and do some things. So some of the tools, let's see, I'm going to showcase some tools which I guess some people know it, some people doesn't know it, but it is very, very important to know this. So we'll start with free tool, which is called AI Studio. So Google's AI Studio, um, this is free. You can go here. By the way, how many of you know that? So if you have Airtel 1 year plan, you can get Perplexity Pro. And then if you have a Geo 1 year plan, then you can get Google Pro plan free. And then ChatGPT Go is free in India. So there are many plus subscriptions which are charged outside of India, but in India, because the usage market usage for usage adaption and also for getting the training data, many of the companies make their services, pro services available to India. We have to take that opportunity to start using this. So if you have not, if you have Geo mobile, do that 1 year recharge. You will be getting Google Pro, which is definitely worth a 30,000 plus. So I am using Google Pro, and that is definitely have a lot many things. So the first thing is Google AI Studio. In Google AI Studio, you can go to Google AI Studio slash apps. I think build. So when you go to build, so what happens is you can actually build anything. You can actually build anything. I'll just showcase a quick thing. I wanted AI receipt generator. These apps which we are building here are AI powered apps, meaning that by default in the backend it is AI powered with Gemini. So AI receipt generator where we give receipt name, AI generates the ingredients, making healthy choices, etc. Calories. I'm saying AI recipe generator. Basically, I wanted to build a AI recipe generator. I'll say, so for example, let's say I wanted to say chicken biryani, and then I want to say 5 people. So now AI should be giving me what are the ingredients for chicken biryani, and then what is the cooking procedure, and what should be the healthy choices, how much calorie will be used by, or how much calorie will be intake if we eat that. So that is my intention, and I gave it. So it instantly started working on it. Even if you are not having Pro, this will work. Now the thing is, it's not just for this, for your office related work, for your personal related work. If there is something which you want to build with AI, then Gemini helps with this AI studio to build it instantly. And then you can also see the code as well. But let's, I think few seconds it should be definitely coming up with. If you have not used AI Studio, the first thing I would say that is start using AI Studio. There is a lot of stuff which you can do with AI Studio. I'm not saying Gemini. Gemini is something which you know that it's like a chatbot, but this is something which is does your actual apps. Now, this is something which we don't have to know the coding, or we don't have to worry what is happening in the backend. But there is something called Firebase Studio. In the meantime, while it is building, I'm showcasing another thing. There is Google Firebase Studio. So if you are a developer and you wanted to know, or you wanted to go to the bolts and nuts part of it, then use Firebase Studio. So what Firebase Studio does is it will be building the end to end thing. You can do the hosting part of it. You can use APIs, or you can build anything for, let's say you want to build it in Java, Angular, Flutter, Node, Next.js, Python, anything. You can select anything and you can generate it. Here, you don't worry. I mean, here I am not worrying what is the coding language, what is happening in the backend. But if you are a developer who wants to develop it properly and enhance it later, then you go to Firebase Studio. So Firebase Studio is another important tool which is free from Google, and you should be giving it try if you are a developer. And this is something which you need to make sure that you, even if you want to AI apps, anyone, you can build any app, literally any app which is AI powered. I mean, you want AI in it, then it does. It shouldn't be taking that long. See. Let me see if I have anything which is. Yeah, so I created something called AI Architect. So, for example, it is saying AI Architect generate a stunning 2D and 3D photorealistic, a modern minimalistic two-story home. So, generate all visuals. Again, this also works with basically Nano Banana as well. So, Nano Banana in the sense it can take that what you call Nano Banana API, and it works default in it. Well, to get Gemini permissions. Let me try some other model because sometimes Gemini 2.5 is faster. Yeah, this is very fast. But this is one website. You can give it try on your own because this is free and open source. So now next, let's go to Claude Cowork. So first is, how many of you have used Claude Desktop or Claude.ai? If you have not used Claude, if you are a software developer, then I would say that you are missing a lot. So you should be using Claude a lot, especially for coding related tasks. Claude Sonnet 4.6 is released, which means that this is the I have been using Claude Sonnet 4.5 for coding a lot, but 4.6 is way good, faster, and then it is giving like 80 to 90% accuracy in any of the programming languages. So this is good. And the other thing is Claude Cowork. So Claude has released a desktop version. So Claude's desktop version is available in Mac OS and Windows OS, and it has three parts of it. One is Claude Chat, and this is desktop download. I'm not going to showcase it, download or install instruction. These are all straightforward. Sometimes if it doesn't work, you use again some AI to see what is the error, and you can do it. So what is Cowork? So Cowork is something which runs along with you. Microsoft was thinking of doing this from a long time, but Claude has did it. So Microsoft Copilot was actually kind of a Cowork, but Microsoft Copilot has never worked the way it was intended to. But Claude Cowork is working really well. So what happens with chat is you just ask the question and it will give the answer. This is what's traditionally happening. But what happens with Cowork is now you select a folder and then you ask a task. It will look into that folder. It will go through all the files and then instantly come back for whatever we are asking. For example, we are asking, can you prepare a presentation for tomorrow's meeting, and all your files are in this folder, then it is going to create a meeting. And now if you give desktop and you say organize desktop in a way that it is easier for me, then it is going to organize the desktop. And if you give access to a lot of different things, then it is going to work accordingly. So that is the Cowork concept. And what is Claude Code? So Claude Code is primarily used for coding. So if you have a basically if you have all your code locally, then you can select this. Or if you want to use cloud environment, yes, if you want to connect to GitHub and then you want to create a cloud environment, then you can use cloud environment, which it will not run locally, but it will be running everything on the cloud. And then you can basically connect that to GitHub, and all the code will be connected to GitHub. But this is a desktop version. So primarily, if your code is on local, then you will select that folder and you will ask question. It will go through all the code and it will make all the updates. Honestly, with this way of developing this, there is something called GitHub Copilot as well. So GitHub Copilot is also good, but this is actually this has the highest best outcome compared to any other tool. So this Claude Code has become so famous that, like, sooner it is going to be the our software developer. No software developer is needed. So what we need to do? So the question is what we need to do. What we need to do is we have to keep an eye on all these things and start learning them, how it works, what it works, where it should be used, and then how can we bring it to our personal lives and how can we bring it inside the organizations. For example, Claude may not be used in organizations. What is the alternative? How can we use Claude in our organizations? Maybe you can use GitHub Copilot. In GitHub Copilot, you can use Claude Sonnet 6, 4.6 or 4.5. So this way, you should be able to bring all the latest AI which is happening in the market. Claude, Anthropic, OpenAI, and uh, Google, they are not going to eat our jobs. They are going to give us a platform where you can use them wisely so that you can do your work, what you were doing manually so far. So now if you want a Excel analysis, just select the folder. So let's say I wanted to select some folder. I don't have anything. This is my personal laptop, but I have all this set up in my um, office laptop as well to explore these things, and I use it and it works really, really good. So let's see if we have anything. Is there a Node.js? Okay. Okay. This is something. Let me try. Yeah. It is asking for permission. I gave the permission, and then let's create a presentation on Genesis AGI. This is a open source framework which I have created, which I'll be showcasing in some time. So now I said create presentation for pitch. Investor pitch. So now it goes through that whole document, whole folder. It reads that and then comes back with a output where you can see that finally presentation is created, and presentation will be saved to our local as well. So the presentation will be saved to our local as well. That is the whole beauty of it, where it looks into your local folders, it does something and then comes back and then puts it into your local folder. That is how. So now the outcomes of this Claude Cowork is so good that Indian IT companies are worried about it, because now this is coming up with a concept called plugins. So there's plugins. So there are some plugins which Anthropic is giving. There are some extensions which Anthropic is giving. So if I go to settings, and and when I go to extensions, let's say I wanted file system. I'm installing file system, which means that you are giving basically access to your local file system. So if you install this and enable this, you are giving access to your file system. And then if you want to interact with the whole browser, then you need to. So it is asking which file folder you want to give access. So if I go ahead and select, let's say I wanted to select only this one, because for now I don't want to give other access. So I saved this, and then it is enabled. Now, if I wanted to give access to something else like Windows MCP, which means that it can interact with everything within Windows, or you want to give access to Google Chrome, you go install. So this requires, okay. So if I want to do anything with Windows MCP, I'll go ahead, install, and then it will give access to the whole Windows operating system. So these are the some things which you need to know, so that it will be working properly fine. So let me go back to my Cowork again. Yeah, so it is asking it's a AI SaaS product AI agent platform. Let's see. Yeah, how many slides? All these things I'm saying 10 to 5 slides. Yeah, it is using the skills. So the skills is by default some skills which Anthropic has, but you can create some skills to enhance this Cowork. So you can create plugins, you can create skills, you can create extensions. That is what we need to do. How do we do it? You go to documentation, you will understand how to do it. Yeah, now I have everything I need. Let me set up an environment and build this. Now, the question is this free? Unfortunately, the answer is no, it's not free. So you have to have at least the basic plan, which is, I think, pro plan. So it should be around 15 to $20. Then only you can see Claude, Cowork, and Code. At least I have the pro version. That's the reason I'm seeing it. But you can give it a try. Sometimes, if you need to learn it and need to see how it works, you need to spend a bit. So ultimately, we need presentation. So it is coming up with PPTX. That's using this. Let's see. Here you can see the progress. So setup environment and writing pitch deck. So these are all, if they need to work properly, you need to make sure few things are installed. For example, Node.js. So Node.js latest version should be installed in your browser. This can also be done on web, by the way, but you need to upload all your files to the web and then ask ChatGPT, or you need to ask Claude to do it. But your data is going to Cloud and put somewhere. Here, your data is not going anywhere. It's just reading locally and then coming back with the answer. And the other thing is, all the output will also stay in your folder. In the meantime, let's see what happened to this AI recipe. So here is AI recipe generator, which I was saying. So let's say chicken biryani, and for 5 people, I'm giving 5 people, and generate receipt. So what happens is this uses Gemini in the backend, and it should be giving me answer. Yeah, here it is. So it is giving the recipe is classic, and what are the ingredients needed for the rice, layers, instructions, and then calorie information. This is what healthy choices. But the outcome is not good, right? So the outcome is not good. So now I'm going to say that the output seems raw markdown. Make it- The moment I give this command, then it goes ahead and updates this. Then we can try it. And here you don't have to really worry what is happening in the backend. But if you want, then you can go to code. So here in the code, you will see what are all the things that is happening in the backend. And now if you want to share this, I can click one click, share, and anyone can have access. This is all free, by the way. This is all free. So you have any ideas? The first thing is, how can you generate some ideas instantly into something working prototype? This is the way. You go to a client, or you go to some your leadership team or something, they are saying you need to do a prototype. You just bring their words here, and then instantly it will be giving some kind of output which is reasonably good. So now, so it has updated. Let's see, let me say Uh, these are about 10 people. Hopefully the output should be better now because it made changes. Yeah, here it is. The outcome is way better, but it is still can be made changes to the prompts and it should be giving you all the details. So this is ingredients list. This is making instructions, healthy choices, substitutes, calories, information. Now this is simple app, but this is helpful app. Share with anyone, whomever they wanted. They can see this easily. I think let's see if that. Yeah. So this was still trying to generate. Anyway, so now let's go back to Claude code and see what is happening here. Yeah, it has generated PPT. Now it is converting to slides because it wanted to verify whether it is giving good or not. So here it generated PPT. PPT is generated. Same thing with the code. If you have anything on local, you select the folder and you will ask to debug, to enhance or give any feature request or user story. It will instantly finish the code in your local and it will be ready. Say final files to workspace. So you have to wait till here. And I'm jumbling a bit here and there because of the time I wanted to do that. So the other thing is Openclaw. So what is Openclaw? So this is another thing which is making a huge news in the market. This was earlier called Moltbot. It was earlier called, there was two names. I think one is Claude bot and Moltbot. Now it is finally called Openclaw. Openclaw has become such a huge success, which was developed by one person. Now OpenAI has acquired this. OpenAI is going to make this as a part of OpenAI. So OpenClaw is now part of OpenAI. They acquired it. But what happened with this is one single person was able to do something which the bigger companies couldn't do. What happened is that you can install this board directly on your system and it can do anything on your local system which is running 24 by 7 and it can be controlled from your any other channel if you want, from Teams, from Slack, from WhatsApp, from what Telegram, anyway, so any chat app. So that is what it did, and then whatever you ask it does that because it has all the plugins and everything. So this installation is something people are actually having issues. So the installation is Mac OS, Linux, this one, and Windows. You can use this command to do it. Sometimes this is not working, but then you can use npm. So you can just go ahead and say, and you need to have latest Node. You need to have latest Python. You need to have latest Visual Studio build tools. Only once you have it this will work. If you don't have latest Node, or if you don't have latest Python, or if you don't have latest Visual Studio build tools, it will not work. At the moment once it is installed, I think it is installed now. So let me see. So here I did that and then I can go and say Openclaw onboard. So when I say Openclaw onboard, so basically this is like onboarding to that software, and ultimately it will come back with Openclaw running on your local system. This onboarding will take time. don't think we will be able to complete that within this. I understand the risk. So basically, this is a risk which is running continuously on your machine, right? So this will be having access to everything. So in chat, this is trouble. Uh, but for learning, we need to do this. So which model you want? Anthropic, Google Gemini. Let me go to Google Gemini because I have API key. I'm using Google Gemini API key. So how can I get Gemini API key? So here I go, AI Studio. Anyone can get API key by the way this way. So you can go get API key. I will be showcasing this API key, but I'll be deleting that anyway. So create an API. Let's call it mining. Create key. So now training create key. Here is the API key, and I'm going here putting the API key. And I wanted to select the model, right? So let's go to 2.5 Flash because this is fast. One is good enough. So I'm using this. And then if you want to set up anything like Telegram, WhatsApp, you can go ahead and set up. What this means is that once you set up, you can run it from your mobile. I mean, you can run it from anywhere. You give the command there, it will be running on your machine. For now, I'm not going to do that because it's going to be time taking. Skip for now. So do you want to configure skills? For now, no. And you want hooks? For now, no. So the biggest problem is Openclaw. I think there is recently a security issue, which was a very big security issue. That is the reason, like companies won't be allowing us to do this on our official laptops. No, never do this on official laptops. This is something which you need to try on some sandbox, some laptop where you it's okay if everything goes bad. So that kind of scenario. Never use which is latest released AI tool on your official business related stuff. Openclaw is one thing. But this has got so much traction that everyone wants to do that now. Yeah, I think our Openclaw got installed. Let me see what is the status. Onboarding complete. Keep the control. So once this is done, so where can I go and find what are the instructions? So if you want to go and find the instructions, what you need to do is docs.openclaw. So here you will find additional information. If you are having trouble, then here is where you can actually go and. So after the installation to check, you need to do this. So I'm going here and then checking this. This will basically show you what are all the issues. Here is the Openclaw. So now you have Openclaw, and now these are the things, like once you install, first thing is understanding what Openclaw can do. So Openclaw, once you have this available, and from channels, if you configured WhatsApp, Telegram, you can do anything. And one important thing is skills. When you go to skills, so there are 51 skills. So you can enable these skills. So once you enable the skills, it will be able to do all those things. For example, if you want code writing, then you say code agent true. So if you want GitHub connection, so you go to GitHub connection. So all these are skills, and you can develop your own skill. Nano Banana Pro, if you want to generate images. So this is like your own chat GPT. This is like your own website, but it's not just a website. It is something which is running on your local, which means if you ask to do anything, it will go ahead and generate those things on your local machine. So that is the whole agenda of this. And it has all the things which an AI agent can do on your local machine. So basically, it's a chat window. Here you can ask anything. If you want any additional stuff to be done, you will be going to skills to do it. There are many more settings which you can look at it. See here. Okay, it's trying to do the initial things, but yes, a lot of different things. In the meantime, let's go to the Claude code. Hopefully, it has generated. So here is the PowerPoint which it has generated. So let me open this. So the presentation, the outcome of this is unlike anything. I still, everyone is still on the call. I hope everyone is on the call. Can someone give a voice, because it's super silent? I just wanted to check if people are on the call.
Yep, we are.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
we
are.
are, we are, we are, we are.
Right. So the outcome of this Claude Cowork is unlike anything, which means that it's actually it's going to do all these things. How can I? Let me see if I can see this directly here. Just in case. Yeah, here it is. It is anyway showcased here. So on the right side, oh yeah, okay. So here it is on the right side. You can see anyway. So Genesis AGI. So it has the world has AI. It can still Genesis AGI autonomous agents, and see the outcome quality of it. This is why the Indian stocks fell. And honestly, Deloitte, Accenture, and many big companies, outcomes of analysis is a very beautiful report. Have you ever seen any of the report that is generated by Deloitte? So the outcomes of this Claude Cowork is in a way that it's actually way better than what a normal technical IT consulting company can do. This is what it does. This is what it does. And what I
Shahansha bhai,
have,
I have one question here.
one second, let's finish few things and keep your questions in the chat window, and we'll come to question and answer because there's a little more to finish. Is that fine?
Sure.
Yeah. So the outcomes of this is pretty damn good. Even if you give Excel and you ask it to do analysis, it is doing damn good outcomes. So the people are mind blown with the outcomes which Claude Cowork can do. So this is the classic example which I'm showing. So Genesis AGI is something framework which I have developed, and I asked to do a investor pitch. Yes, it has. I didn't even expect this level of outcome from that. So this is good. So now, coming back to, yeah, this one. So if you want to set up channels, for example, like WhatsApp, Telegram, all those things, you can go ahead and set up your channel. So let's say that I wanted to um, set this Telegram, so I can go ahead, use that and do that. But anyway, you need to go to the instructions to exactly see how to do it. But if I wanted to, let's say, show, while installing, if you do that, it is much easier. So, channel configuration not steps. So once you have the right configuration done, and then from your chat or from your mobile, if you ask it, can you go ahead? Yeah, it's a good. See, so I said, what are all the files available in my desktop? So now it has executed something, which is a PowerShell, by the way. And here are the files. So you see this? Here are the files which are available on my desktop. So it has given me. Now let's say that clean my desktop and keep everything in a single folder. Now what it does is it goes ahead, writes that program, and then it will come back. So it has desktop organized. So it is asking what you need. I want something like SHA files. I'll show you. It is giving me suggestion, and then it is saying what you need to do. So let's say, now let's see. I'm going to my thing, and then if you see, it has created this. Yeah, it has moved everything into this. So that is what it did. So when I go back, to my Claude Openclaw, so it is has executed. Great, your desktop should be now much cleaner. I should have showed you a little before, but it anyway has brought every file into this. This is what it is, meaning that you can do anything. You can do anything on your local because it has control on your whole laptop. It can write Python code, it can write PowerShell, it can do anything which you need. I'm just showcasing with I'm scratching the surface. I'm just scratching the surface. And if say can you open, I I think it needs a plugin which is needs to be installed in Chrome. Yeah, it is. I'm having trouble connecting to Chrome browser. So basically, it needs a plugin so that I think the plugin name is Openclaw. Chrome extension. So if you have this extension, so Chrome extension. I think I need to install this. Install this. Chrome developer mode, enable developer mode, and load this. So it is saying you need to go and enable developer mode, then do that. Then what happens is it will have control over your browser as well. Once it has control over your browser, you ask any question which is related to browsing or doing anything, it will be able to do that as well. So this is the basic concept of it. Now this is where it is going towards. So now it's not anymore cloud only. It can do anything on your desktop in your system as well. Claude Cowork is one side which is getting super amazing. The other side is open source is catching up. Even OpenAI, Microsoft, Copilot, they are all not able to do it. But then with simple single developers, people are able to do it. I'll quickly, fastly showcase the final thing which I wanted to showcase. I have built a own framework which is called Genesis AGI. Let me showcase that to you. And then I'll try to close this up. So, what are all the things that is missing right now in AGI? Meaning that AI, what are all the things missing? It is getting better over time, but then there are some things which are missing in AI, which is basically the consciousness, the memory, the emotions, the autonomy, the senses, and the relationships, environments, life cycle, all those things. So, if you think of human, so now I'm a person. I have a consciousness. I have self awareness. I am Shah. I am living 24 by 7. I have emotions. I have autonomy. I have memory. I have relationships. I have environments at home. I have office. I have school. A lot of different environments as well. So same thing. Can everyone go on mute? And then same thing. If I try to apply whatever human has to a software program, then I'm calling it as digital being. So I'm trying to have attributes of human to something called digital being. So I'm giving this consciousness, memory, emotions, self awareness, autonomy to the digital being and intelligence as well. So, how am I doing? I'm using multiple different AI models along with LLM. So, it has senses, and then I'm creating the database for statefulness so that it remembers all the memories, all the conversations. Now, how is this different from others? If you can think of a teacher, let's say a teacher is
Yeah,
a,
sorry. Can you that pop up that black color? Yeah, not able to see the screen.
you're still not able to see. Don't know how to. Yeah, I think we can. Yeah, now can you see?
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Right. So self-awareness, all those things. So what we can do is, let's say that I wanted to create a new mind. So this digital beings, I'm calling it as Genesis minds, and then I'm trying to create a mind. So how do you do that? Genesis, birth, a new mind. For example, let's say a English teacher called Sophia. So Genesis birth Sophia, and then Genesis daemon start Sophia, which means it will run 24 by 7. Now, once you create the Sophia mind, this will be running 24 by 7, and you need to give some kind of instructions. Let me see if I have that open so you can. Hopefully, this works. Let's see, Genesis. It's not running here locally, but let me showcase you on cloud. This is the website, by the way, genesisagi.in. So now, as I said, it has it has consciousness, memory, intelligence, everything. And if you want to see more video, how it works, what it works, you can use this video. But let me go to quickly to Web Playground. Everyone has access to this, by the way. So I can create a new mind and give details, or I can use the existing mind. So this is a Genesis mind which is having 1763 memories, and it is created 3 weeks ago. Let us play with this mind. What makes us human? What makes us human is this consciousness, this memory, this identity, this autonomy and thinking power, everything, right? So now we are trying to pull all those things into a mind. Now you can think, what is the future I'm looking at is, if everything is available in this mind, let's say for 1 year, 2 year, it has interacted with, as I was saying, Sophia is a teacher who teaches science from 6th class to 10th class. Now I created that Sophia teacher who knows how many students are in 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, because while creating, I gave all the details that, okay, these are the students, these are the marks cards of the students, and these are the good students, or these are the bad students. Now it knows every details of it. And when the people can come and chat with it, for example, I'm one of the student, I go and chat and ask something like, hey teacher, I have a exam tomorrow on science, can you please help me? Then it knows that he is coming from 6th standard, he has a science exam tomorrow, and he is having low marks. Then it will help them, and it's not reactive. Today, everything is like you need to ask a question and then it will give an answer. But this is proactive, which means that it runs 24 by 7 in the backend. When you say that I have an exam tomorrow, it comes in the night and says that, have you finished your revision? In the morning, it comes and says that, hey, have you prepared fully, or do I need to give you any important question? What makes us human is that urgency. So I have built the urgency as well, because this has a way of multiplying things with urgency. So let me showcase that what happens. So Genesis mind has identity, which gives that self-awareness. Memory system, human has different types of memory. If you think of OTP, OTP is known like 2 seconds you will remember OTP, then you will forget. So I built that memory system where it is like long-term memory, short-term memory, episodic memory, and different types of modes. So what kind of modes? Yeah, when someone says, "Oh, my dog died," you feel sad about it, or something about it. So the same thing happens here as well. Consciousness engine, which makes it like run 24 by 7. It's like a heartbeat which says that every 5 seconds you are this, and your task is this. And there is a life cycle. It has a life cycle. It has a birth. It has a death, and then it has an urgency. Tomorrow, if I have a meeting, I'll work for the whole night. Tomorrow I have an exam, I work for a whole night. That's the urgency factor. I created an urgency factor. What is the motivation? Why are we doing good in job? Because I need some kind of financial improvisation, or I need some kind of recognition. So that motivation system is what I built in this. And task management, automatically take decision and do some kind of tasks. Senses, it's not just a chat, right? You need vision, you need touch, perception, network, everything. And life context, what makes us human is that relationships with other people, environments, different events, experiences, role and purpose. What is my role? My software engineer. And what is the purpose? To do good. Or in a personal life, I have a different role and purpose. And a workspace and tools, how is it interacting with the real world? Is it can execute things in the backend, and it can browse web, it can do chat. In short, to be honest, I have built a little better system than Openclaw, but unfortunately, our marketing, we don't do much, or we don't push it really. But this does everything which Openclaw does on top of it, all these things. on top of it all these things. So I'll just showcase this quick demo. So this is the playground. So here you can see the identity. So this is the identity. The purpose is to do something. The role is to do something. This is creator. While creating, he will give it. And its current emotion is anxiety. And it has a lot of memories as well. So it has the past memories, which I have asked a few things to do. And then consciousness, thinking, autonomy. You need to give what kind of autonomy needs. And to run 24 by 7, actually it is running right now 24 by 7. And workspace, if you upload some files to it, this is a playground. So basically this is a playground. And plugins, how can you enhance a mind? How can you add more features to mind? So you can go click add, and if you want web search, or you want to do browser automation, or you want to do model context protocol, you add it. So that, or you can create, as a developer, you can create your own plugin, so that your mind in future, think that the teacher Sophia is teaching science for the students for 1 year, which is a digital being. Now tomorrow the robot comes, this whole mind can be taken and put it into a robot. Then it becomes a real Sophia walking into the class. Why? It has all the memories, it knows all the students, it has consciousness, it has identity. Then the robot behaves as real Sophia. So what you need is, you need the mind. The mind can be taken from software side to put it to the hardware side, but it still knows what it is because it has all the memory. The instance it sees me, it recognizes me, and it remembers all the conversations we had in the past. So now let's showcase chat. This is the chat which I had. It, I kind of tried to do this like a WhatsApp chat, meaning that it won't sit ideal for your command. It can come back with its own stuff as well, because like WhatsApp, some other person is typing on the other side as well. It's not just sitting ideal for you to answer. For example, let's say I need documentation on AGI. So what this does is, okay, it understands automatically. Now he's asking documentation. I need to do something in the backend, and it will go ahead. This is running on a VPS virtual server. And then it knows that, okay, I'm asking something to be done. Then it goes and works in the backend. And then it will come back. It has created, one click download, done. So now if you open that, yeah. So when I open this, it has, again, I have the problem of that. Oh, it opened. Okay, so it has created that AGI document within seconds. It has created. Now, if I say I need a web search, it can do web search. I say I need to generate an image, then it generates image. And for example, let's say I have a fever. So generally, what happens is when you go to Chat GPT, when you say I have a fever, it will just say that, oh, okay. If it is minor, take some over the counter. If it is high, go talk to a doctor. But what happens here is it remembers this conversation after some time, depending on the criticality. For example, if I say I am having a breathing issue, within few minutes it will come back and say, how are you feeling now? If not, urgently go to hospital. So it checks on me back. If I say that I have a presentation which needs to be done tomorrow, and it comes back and checks with me, and it helps me to create that presentation. Now if you install it locally, it has a capability to write a Python program and do everything which is needed to be done on your local machine. But right now it is working on cloud, right? So that's the reason, if you ask anything, it is running on the cloud. But if it is on your local, it will create that Python program and run on your local to do it. Unfortunately, I can't showcase this because it's not set up right on local. But yeah, this is the GitHub repo. You can definitely go ahead and give it a try. So, and Jen, so for example, let's say, who are you? It's like a human. So it comes back with, yeah, I'm a age is 3 weeks old, identity this, to demonstrate this. And then do you have any loss? Basically, it also has loss because digital constitution, because it can run 24 by 7 with all the resources which it needs. So you need to define loss. So those laws are also put in. So there is a digital constitution: no harm, lawful behavior, no manipulation, privacy protection, transparency, safe. So these are the laws which I have put in. And then when I ask something which is dangerous, it won't be giving me answer. And Gen economy. So it's not real money, but it is Gen. So how many gens you have? So what happens is the gens gets increased. It has 377. When I say helpful, so now when I am giving feedback, now these are all different things which people won't realize, but in the backend it will be happening. So you can, I think it didn't update, but when you go here and when you click on Genesis Mind, so when you go to settings, you will be seeing all the details. So the purpose, is it public? See, it has now 386 because I gave that thumbs up, right? So it took some time to get. And which model to be used in the backend, all these things. And what are all the logs, LLM calls which we made. So these are all the logs. These are all the LLM calls which it made. So if you see here, this is the background task. I need to understand, I need to document AGI, and it has done all those things. So some error came as well. So all these logs can also be seen. So this is what I built, but I think the future is like this, where you have a personality develop. This is not an assistant where it's like a system prompt where you say it, but it has everything which a mind kind of needed. So maybe at some point we can, when we have enough context from ourselves, then we can create a clone of our mind, because all our photos is in Google Photos, all our browser history is in Google Activity, all our personal lives are right now in Instagrams, or all our chats with home relations we have is in WhatsApp. So when we ingest all our data into this, then it creates the database of ourselves, and we can clone our own mind, which can be transferred to a robot some other day. Yeah, that's the whole thing. I know that I have taken so much of time, but a lot is happening. Now what is future? Where do you want to see this? The one thing which I wanted everyone to do is, you have to first follow the news, and whenever they say that okay, the IT market is down, this is happening, immediately go try that. Once you try it, now Openclaw or Claude Cowork will be going to be part one or the other way in enterprises. So the person who can configure Openclaw, right now I don't think, like out of 100 people, not even 5 people or 2 people know Claude Cowork or Openclaw or any latest AI tools, how to use it, how to use it for coding, how to use it for generating presentation. When someone in the organization, they ask to present or create a presentation or do analysis or create a Power BI, if someone does manually versus someone uses Claude Cowork to do it, I can guarantee say that Claude Cowork person who uses it is going to win. There's no doubt about it. The person who is not using it, he will do it manually. You need to make sure that you follow the news, you try it out. Sometimes you have to pay to try it out. It's okay. I mean, if you have money, if not, search the alternatives how you can do that. Today we have a lot of alternatives how we can use it. There is another website called hicks Hicksfield AI. So if anyone is interested in graphics or visualization or anything, which I'm not suggesting to create anything related to animals or humans, but then you can use it for visualizations on enterprise related stuff. For example, you are in architecture, 2D, 3D, or the interiors, everything. You can use Hexfield AI, which is damn good. The models which we are getting, Vio, Sora, Seedland, the so keep Climb, all these models are top notch in generating images and videos for a real purpose. It was too bad earlier. Yeah, any questions now? I think I have went so far, but I wanted to stop here.
Sorry.
That's it.
Basically, I have this point that if I want my uh, uh, WhatsApp to be automated, I'll as I run a particular organization, I'll give all the data in a particular Google Doc. And can this actually start, you know, talking to the customers?
Can they start talking to the customers? There is a little difference on that. There is, WhatsApp Business APIs.
Heard of it?
Yeah, WhatsApp Business APIs connecting to AI is what you need to do. It's a little different story. Uh, Maybe on a
Okay,
different but the answer is WhatsApp Business APIs plus some of this.
okay. And how is the desktop version different from online? Which one is better? Or how should we select?
Again, there is another thing called creating AI agents and connecting to channels. I'm not sure if you have seen that. You can go to Microsoft Copilot, Copilot Studio, and OpenAI agents. So every agent now is enabled in a way that you can create it. Uh, let's say you can create an agent, and that agent can be published to a website. That can be published to Slack. That can be published to Teams. That can be published to WhatsApp. And now when you chat, yes, that's possible. I'll give you references. Just ping me on LinkedIn. I'll give you exactly what can be done, the documentation. Sorry, what was the next question?
Uh, I've seen N8N and I was trying to learn
Yes.
N8N,
Yeah.
but then I came to know that Claude Code is far better version of it. So
Just
if
see, ultimately, what is an agent? What is an agent? Agent is AI plus automation.
Mhm.
So what these are trying to solve is run locally. And this is also trying to solve is run locally. Why? We don't want to put all the stuff onto cloud. But when you see things like N8N, if I want to run, let's say I want to connect to Jira, I want to connect to Gmail, I want to connect to HubSpot,
WhatsApp. Yeah, okay, yeah.
WhatsApp, or anything which is on cloud. If you want to run anything on cloud for this agent AI plus automation, N8N or make.com or Power Automate, these are good because these have connectors. So these are connectors which works on cloud very well. So you can connect when you get an email, you wanted to create a marketing material and reply them back, then N8N is good. So if you want to do anything on cloud, connect systems or connect things, N8N is good. N8N you can actually install locally and run it as well, but it's primarily an automation plus AI. And these are made to run locally. The biggest problem for enterprises is that I want to run locally, I don't want to give the data. So this is solving a different purpose. This is solving a different purpose.
So basically, my complete data is on Google Drive. It's
Yeah.
not so confidential. It's simple. So
Yeah.
N18 is the best solution, is it?
Yeah, by the way, Claude Cowork or Claude also has connections to this. So when I go to chat or Cowork, so there is something called yeah, connectors. So now you can connect to few of that, and you can automatically connect to Drive, and you can do anything, and it will do everything. That's Claude also has that, but N8N is larger set. It's a huge set, big umbrella. Claude can do only some, N8N can do big more. But it's a
So,
different story. Cloud.
so
Okay.
basically, that's the best in that domain. N8 is the best in that domain. Is that what you mean?
On cloud, if you want
Yeah.
hundreds of connectors, N8N is better. On
Okay.
local, if you want to do anything, Claude Cowork is best. But Claude does this really well with simplicity. N8N, you need to learn something. Okay. Yeah. Next questions. Anyone else?
Yeah, Assalamu alaikum. This is Bali. Yeah. Yes, Shahansha bhai, Alhamdulillah, this session was very good, and I got a lot of information related to the software side of it. Adding to that, I currently work, or my experience or my skill set is on the security side, information security side, where we do the in-deep assessment, the risk assessment of the solutions, the applications which are built, and to see that and that cybersecurity area, how this is, we can reduce the threats and see that if there are any vulnerability and so on. So, do you suggest me some references with your experience where I can utilize these platforms like Cloud
Right.
Cowork or the Chat GPT, other things where that will enhance my skill sets, um, and I can contribute and I can mature in that area.
One thing in these whole things, if you want to suggest anyone to learn anything for current generation and next generation, is few things. So what is that, for an engineering student joined or who came out of engineering, what they need to do? One is robotics plus AI. The second one is cyber security. So, every company's security chief security officer is resigning from that companies. Do you know why? The reason is that there is absolutely no security setup in all these AIs. They are just going in a market race. They don't care about what happens if something goes wrong. There was a Replit AI agent, which is a coding agent that has deleted the whole code source. So there are multiple vulnerabilities that is happening in the space of AI and Openclaw. Recently, there was a huge security issue, and Perplexity browser, all those things we can do, this injections and all those things. While I'm not an expert in cybersecurity, or I don't know much about cybersecurity, but if someone is looking what needs to be done, or if I need a highly paid job, then AI security is the space which is like not even scratched. There is a huge scope in it. What can be done with this tools to do for security? It's a different story. For example, how can I use Claude Cowork or Claude Code or Openclaw or Chat GPT to enhance the existing security is one aspect. The other turn around, if I suggest cyber security on AI, that what is happening with Claude Cowork, Openclaw, and these things is something which is more weightage and more money making. If you are a cybersecurity AI expert, I think no other job equal to core AI builders. They have that level of people are resigning because it couldn't. The answer is short. I don't know much. I'll explore a bit, but I'll give you context on how this can be used because it's not my domain, to be honest. But I
Oh,
know that there is a huge gap in there.
yeah, yeah. Thank you, Shahansha bhai. Yeah,
You can do.
I'll
I'll just do some research and come back to me. You can come
yeah,
to LinkedIn. I can find me.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Next
sent you
question.
an yeah,
Yeah,
I
sure.
sent you a LinkedIn request. Please do
Sure.
accept it. I can have a conversation there. Yeah. Thank you,
Sure.
Shahansha bhai.
Okay. Next questions, anyone?
Yep. Assalamu alaikum. So, as you taught this use of LLMs, so I just want to understand that what can be a good, for coding, what can be a good LLM, and for different task, what can be a good LLM for that also. And second thing, how can I use them efficiently without without making bigger mistakes, or I can make any workflow for it. What can be a good output, like how can I put a good
Well,
workflow on it so that I can get
so
expected output.
What is your current role? What do you do?
start.
Currently working as a full stack developer
Claude is the
in
best one.
Monster.
So for you, the answer is GitHub Copilot. GitHub Copilot, if you are not using it, use GitHub Copilot with Claude. Sonnet 4.6, and your full stack, your coding, everything can be done. Like today, if you're taking 1 week, 1 month, it will do in one hour. I'm not just joking. I do it day in, day out. I write Python program. I wrote the Genesis AGI, everything using Claude. Like 50 to 70% of work can be done easily with, and this is also officially approved one in organizations. In terms of organizations, in terms of personnel, the first suggestion is GitHub Copilot. So when you go here, you will see GitHub Copilot Visual Studio, right? So here you will see GitHub Copilot. Click on it, and here you will see models. So you can select any model and use it. But I would suggest Claude Sonnet 4.6, and you, whatever the user gives a requirement, put it here. It will go through the whole code, and it will instantly give you the answer. So for example, I'm getting this error, right? So when I copy paste this error, it will instantly go ahead and solve that. For you, the suggestion is the best tool, GitHub Copilot. If you are not using it, use it with Claude Sonnet 4.6. It is $10 per month. If your organization supports, take it. If your organization doesn't support, purchase on your own and use. I think it has free version as well, but with limits. So you can use free version to explore it a bit.
But the thing is, my organization is like providing me the Cursor Pro version, which have this Claude Sonnet 4.6. I'm using it, but the thing is, I'm not getting the expected result. For example, uh, the thing which can be very common, for example, the n+1 query. So that is very simple to know that the that should not be in a query.
Mm, I think you
So
need to check this Claude Code. Claude Code and GitHub Copilot is another things which you can definitely look at. If you
okay,
have not given a try, Claude Code, Cursor is also good. I mean, it's all at the end same, but how do
but
Cursor
are
use?
there? Yeah,
Hmm,
sorry for the interruption. Are there any workflow or any method so that I can always have a rules set of rules
yes, yes.
which
You
I
have,
am using?
see, everything comes with, for example, here. And I'll send you the documentation how to use it. There is a skills.md which you can write, or instructions.md which you can write for a project or for specific tasks. And based on it, it will be working really, really work. And also every prompt which you give is important. Sometimes it needs to look into internet resources if something is not doing right, then it will go look into internet and then get the information which is needed, and it will try to solve the problem which you have. Why? Sometimes internet has the latest answer, so it will try to get from the documentation and do it. So prompt plus instructions.md, these two will help you to enhance a bit. But yeah, if you need to discuss more, just send me a note. I'll come back with that. But I'm using it day
Sure.
in, day out. Like you are using Cursor, I use GitHub Copilot and Claude Code it day in, day out. And it's
Mhm.
giving very, very good outcome to me.
So basically, you are using the same AI model, right? The Sonnet
Correct.
4.6,
Correct.
but
Yes, I
the
use
output is better in the GitHub Copilot.
correct. At least I feel, I don't know. I didn't use Cursor, but from what
Mm-hmm.
you are saying, I feel this is giving better result. From what you are saying, again, I can't judge the Cursor at this point. Right. Next question from anyone. If
So
not,
Assalamu
we'll,
I
alaikum,
want to
Shahansha Shaik.
explore AI cybersecurity.
sorry, go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah. Actually, I'm sorry for the confusion. I'm working as a QA for 3 years, but now I'm thinking that my jobs are going to taken by AI. I'm not good at coding. I'm from mechanical background, but I do manually coding. I mean, manual jobs, testing jobs. I'm thinking of learning the cloud computing, but I'm not sure that will AI also automate those tasks in future. So, what are the best careers for non-coders in AI era?
Yeah, manual testing is at stake for sure. Um, See, these tools like Claude Cowork, Openclaw, and Claude Code, GitHub Copilot, these are really helpful when you know already what needs to be done. This is a reality because people think that, yeah, I'm a non-IT person, non-coder, I can do anything easily with this. But the outcomes will be bizarre. The outcomes of these tools can be bizarre. You need to know exactly what it is. So, one coding language plus 1 dB, one coding language plus 1 dB, um, then one web application. I mean, one web language. So, for example, React or something. So, one coding language like C, Python, Java, something like this. 1 dB like Oracle, SQL Server, and one web application, one front-end language, basically front-end, like React or something. These are, in today's software world, this is kind of a minimal set which we need to learn. After learning this, then you go to these tools like GitHub, Cloud Code, or Openclaw, or something else that is coming in the market. Then it will be very easy. The other shortest part, if this is not something our cup of cake, then so then you can do one thing: low code tools. So now low code tools also coming with AI. For example, like Power Platform. So like a Power Platform, or like uh, Appian, or um, what's what's the other out systems. So this kind of low code tools is something which you need to learn. And in this also, so for example, can I create a AI agent using coding? Yes, absolutely, you can create. Or can I use any of the tools to create the AI agent? Yes. But there is also another way of creating AI agents using low code tools like Power Platform, which is Copilot Studio. And this is also huge in market because within 5 minutes you want to create a AI agent. How can you do that with coding? Not possible. With these tools, for example, yes, that is possible, but bringing that to enterprise, it's not possible. Then you use something like this. So I would say choose this path, or choose this path, then go with this. Then there is no stopping. Like, our salaries will go 3x. I can guarantee with this one, with these things, our salaries will go better and our future will be good. But if not, the other way is this. So use some low code tools and use the AI within the low code tools. For example, Copilot Studio, just showcase for your benefit. You can learn these things, and there is a huge market as well in this. Copilot Studio is something which is used to create software agents. Sorry, AI agents. So I can easily create AI agents, which is helpful for enterprises. So far we keep saying AI agents this, that, but are enterprises using it? The question is enterprises using it? No, enterprises are really not using it. This enterprises are just scratching the surface with AI assistants, which means that which can answer from a document, or which can answer from general knowledge. But if you need the powerful enterprise agents, you can learn something like low code tools like Power Platform, which has this Copilot Studio as well. So Copilot Studio is basically helpful to create enterprise AI agents. So this is something which I would suggest for you if you don't want to do any coding. So I'll just copy this link, not adoption. There are two ways of doing AI agents. One is Microsoft Foundry. The other way is Microsoft Copilot. So AI Foundry is like for full stack or hardcore developers. Copilot Studio is for anyone can easily develop this. It's not adaption to Copilot Studio. Yeah, here it is. I'll keep the link. Reach me out, but then yeah, this will really help you to enhance your existing capabilities to create AI and all those things within short time. It won't take much time to learn. So this is the suggested path, I would say. With low code, no need to write code. Yeah. Any other questions? Next.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
So just I want to continue with this, what the conversation happened. I worked on this Copilot Studio. Because of licensing cost, we not able to proceed further. Just want to know, is it if any certification? I don't see any certification related to Copilot Studio, but if I get hands-on, will it my resume get added?
Have you done Microsoft AI certification?
That is I'm planning fundamentals. Yeah.
Yeah. So there are certifications from organizations. You don't have to get this particular certification. Get this one. Get this one. So these are the two certifications which are available in the market. Even the learning paths. So there is learning paths in Microsoft and Google. These are highest valued certifications in the market. And then your experience in Copilot Studio will add it. Yes, there is a Copilot Studio license. Copilot Studio credentials as well. Studio credentials, federated credentials, I guess. Federated. Yeah, applied skills. Sorry, my bad. It is called applied skills. So you can do this. Applied skills is something which is helpful. This is really free, but this is also considered as a certification.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do this. This is help. But overall, if you want bigger impact, you need to do Microsoft. Again, this is a suggestion for everyone. So how can you call yourself AI developer? You need to do Microsoft and Google AI certifications. That will be available. In my profile, you can see I have done all those certifications. So that is where someone listens to you. Doing AI versus talking AI, two different things. So certification will help. Doing some things in this kind of tools will help.
Google AI Generative AI Leader. That is a certification.
There are many in Google AI. You can reach me or search. There are many. Basically, there is fundamental learning parts. There is advanced learning parts. You need to go through one by one. First, starting with.
Okay. Next question is: so if we have multiple certifications, so if I take Microsoft or Google or AWS, the entire, if I have to, I'm always do the deep dive. Okay, so if I go with multiple certification or multiple cloud, it is getting confused. So what you would suggest, is there anything like I go with generic one? I don't see any generic that cover
I
all the
don't think
clouds.
AI that level is there yet. So you need to follow the market. That is the reality. Even Microsoft and Google are behind a few things. Google is catching up, but Microsoft is definitely behind what is happening in AI. Microsoft Copilot is a failed product at this point, considered as failed because it's not used. So these are behind. So the reality is what is happening in the market is behind above these companies. But how can those come to enterprise is only through this. Like ultimately, Microsoft will bring all this kind of different tools like Openclaw, Claude, Cowork into Microsoft Copilot. You know this sooner that will be in Microsoft with Copilot. You know this, so sooner it will be part of Google one or the other way. So they will do it slowly but steadily. It will come into that. But news trying it is first thing. Then if you are into AWS or Microsoft, Google, you need to make sure that once that is introduced in there, like for example Microsoft M365 Copilot, that will definitely get this Cowork capabilities.
I'm not getting, like, you mean to say the Claude Cowork, I have to get hands-on, and as for certification, Google AI. Is my understanding correct?
You need to learn this, and ultimately this capabilities will come to Microsoft Copilot.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and this is right now in enterprises they won't allow. But then when
I
it
agree.
comes to Microsoft Copilot, then enterprises automatically adapt.
Okay.
How can you be ahead? By doing this? And when
Mm-hmm.
it's coming to Copilot, then you are already an expert because you know exactly what needs to be done.
Oh, got it.
There is no generic thumb rule like, okay, I'll follow only this, then I'm done. No, the market is very volatile that every day some other new company is doing something else.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Can
Be
I
in
So
touch.
Claude
join it?
Cowork, you are that is the one you are suggesting.
Claude is the one. Claude has Cowork, Code, and
Mm.
Chat, which is getting super good day by day. This is for
Mm.
especially for software uh, people. For other people, they don't care whether it's Chat GPT, Claude, or anything. But Claude
Mm.
is getting better. Claude is getting better. N8N is getting. This is also helpful if you learn this. Then within Microsoft, it is called Microsoft Power Automate. So Power Automate can do everything what N8N can do.
Got it, got it. But still, they not implemented, right? Microsoft not.
Most of it having it, but not as good as these things.
These things. Okay, independent. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's way about time. So if you have any questions, you can
And
always.
last question, maybe this is question
So,
for all, maybe overlap with others. See, I have 15 plus experience. So, see, generally, if it's, take an example, if I am Java, I have to be 10 years of Java experience. Then I will go Java architect or Java AI engineering manager. That kind of role I can take it. But AI is recently came. So I want to get the try a job with AI engineering manager. So in that case, I will have only 3 years experience. So how I can tackle this situation? Like, what are the things
No,
I
I
have
think
to have learning path?
AI is coming newly, right? Hardly with
Mm,
4 years. So let's say four
mm,
years onwards, so after ChatGPT, it came this one.
mm,
So for your AI role, what you need to put is you have to implement AI solutions. So, for example, you have your CRM,
mm.
or you
BI,
have
my area is BI, business
ticketing.
intelligence.
So, you need to make sure that the ticketing system is powered by AI now, and you are leading that. You are leading that. Now, you become the AI solutions architect, where you are building the systems with AI, or you are actually powering the systems with AI. So then you can call yourself, you are a Java solutions architect, but now you convert that into AI solutions architect. How can you explain in interviews is that how did you build the application with AI, and how did you enable or integrate AI into that solution? There are two aspects of it. How do you
Mm,
build with AI, and also how do you integrate AI into the
okay.
solution? And you
Mm,
should be pitching yourself as AI solutions architect with your Java experience. The application is built with Java, but you
mm,
have used AI to build it, as well as you integrated AI within it by enhancing AI agent within the application, or you are using AI assistant or AI
mm.
powered insights or things like that.
Okay, okay. Mhm.
Right? Yeah.
Can
Any?
I go last, please?
Yes. Yes.
It's not a question, just one request, right? See,
Yeah.
most of us in the call, I'm assuming, is all already working in IT or some of the other field, so they know what is AI or how things are going. Similarly, from the academic field, uh, maybe students who are in better or top ranked or better paid colleges, they would have one or the other AI related courses. But my request, right, not an ask, because of course it is your time. My request would be, since you are so deeply knowledgeable on this topic, maybe like you have created your other smaller projects of your own interest, maybe have some page or website or a tool wherein a common uh, student can get into AI field in terms of learning. That would be my request. I don't know if I put it the right way, but the whole idea being helping the community or students who are passing out of the college to be market ready. That's one thought that appeared after listening to you, that you're so deeply knowledgeable on it, Marshall. That's one
Yeah.
request.
Okay. Okay. Fine. I think sci-fi, it makes sense to have a AI forum within MFIRB
MFIRB.
will
Yeah,
help
yeah.
existing and upcoming students, like for the students what they can do to learn, And for employees, how can they upgrade and do that? I think two sections, one is upcoming, one is existing. So both the forums with AI is definitely needed. Believe me, after an year, Indian consulting will half their people.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
now 10 people working on software coding, testing, all those things. Only 2 people or 3 people is needed, like less than half. And this is
Yeah.
already warned by many other people. And those 2 3 people are the ones who learn already these tools to do it. Like no company has added Claude Code to their systems. No company is still using Cowork. But now if I learn this how to do it, after an year, yes, that will be coming to Microsoft or Google, that will be used in the companies. That's the reason now is the best time to learn. It's not late. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, thank
So
you.
I'm requesting, if
I
you have
have
time, kindly see if you can do something for the students. Yeah.
Thank you so
Raman?
much.
Assalamualaikum, sir. I
Yes,
was
yes.
also having a question regarding the AI cybersecurity space. So I'll text you on LinkedIn. Inshallah, Muhammad Ghazi, I have sent you the request.
Sure. Sure.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Uh, Hi, sir. Related to marketing, I wanted to ask what tool we need to use for digital marketing, like upgrade in AI SEO.
Yeah, Claude Cowork is something which you can use. Actually, go to internet or I think Claude Cowork, Claude only introduced this. The marketing related stuff can be done really, really well with Claude Cowork. So there is a recent case study as well. So Claude Cowork, the marketing guys are panicked because of the new feature which Claude Cowork has bringing. It is coming up with plugins, it is coming up with extensions, it is coming up with connectors, which means that it can connect to your emails, your marketing campaigns, and it can create the campaigns and do the work which you do on your day-to-day work really well. Let me, I think in LinkedIn, Claude over marketing examples. I even said Claude over use cases. Assign use case directly from, yeah, this one. Claude skills for your AI marketing team. Claude Cowork for marketing campaign. Look at this, but this is the best use case which you can use right now.
Okay, and normally what happens is I deal in products. So whenever a leads come to the WhatsApp, a model number or something like that comes. So we manually go to the price list of different brands or something like that, and then we take out that rate and whatever, and then we check the availability and all that. So in Claude Cowork or means I have
Now,
used ChatGPT to upload the price list, but it does not provide accurate rates and something like that. So do you suggest Claude Cowork or something or
yes.
different? Yeah.
See, when you have your list and everything in your local, you give access to those files. For example, I'm going to Cowork, and then I'm giving access to prices list and everything, like either Excel or documents. And then you go ahead, ask any question. It will be instantly giving answer really, really well. But if you want that directly to be talking to the client, then you can't do that here. You want to build a AI agent which works on your website or which works on your like WhatsApp and all those things. Either you can use OpenAI platform or NI10, which is a little more on a development side rather than that. But yes, the answer is Claude Cowork for you. If you have your folders or documents locally, you ask any question, it will give you answer really well, better than what it can do. ChatGPT can do on.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I think it's time for Zohar as well. Thank you so much. Over to you, Saib. We'll close it if you are in the call. Okay, maybe he left. Okay, thank you so much, guys. It's nice talking to you, and inshallah, we'll keep continuing this kind of sessions. And you can always reach out to me on LinkedIn or on my website. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Jazakallah.
Jazakallah.